Eti for kwa baba de Likee TV na message ne da obacha na isu anwa hita do no subscribe say drop any latest news content bia obeje brain no nya bi etie na ye bawra ensem ni ma the latest news boba no ense ano edempa yes NDC for na strike again Mensah hardly massively wo must strike ma mene papa chemu say any declaration na we declare no it make sense na omuni ni ne hweka on shasi empake no hokra emfiri da electoral on shasi empake no hokra no mo ne pa memu ha omo ne be fe so pa because omo che to me and I say power bear na Mensah wo etimi edi make that declaration no was I say ade no court ni make that decision no na ye mongram ye ntie ensem ni bi firi ho ba ye ba de ka ho bia de mu ensem bebrem.
That is a lie. That is a complete falsehood. Because so far as I am concerned, I think the media offered a fair opportunity for all the political parties to send their message across and to also tell the Ghanaian public what those parties, as contained in their manifestos, have for the people. At the same time, political party advertiser or the mamu media phone, you played them. Despite media, besides more affiliate outside this Chef House building, we have 4 media houses contained here: NIT FM, Peace FM, OK FM, and Almighty UTV. And you all carried out the information and the messages of the political parties on equal, equitable grounds without discrimination or bias to anyone. I am aware about the evasion of UTV. You have followers. Therefore, the antagonism that may express against you might not only be the attack against the media house itself, but the people who are the followers of the media house who have that love will not take it lightly. Besides that, looking at the past 8 years of misgovernance, I want you to abandon the bat in my mufoso or yawa ode Ghana for edufam asworden asobrachie ene ahantanya omoda de pefe echire Ghana for. And looking at the public, particularly in these galamsey-prone areas, Omonsasia essay, go so my hene, Nana Bosompra, or Kasa at one point, Napapano or Tinishu, or Himpomua. Mpoho my hema, a brother President Mahama Kushia, Western Regional House of Chiefs. Number many 18 issue. One of the chiefs in the Western region, even is it a hunter area for that matter, if I'm right, even expressed concern about Omampini Okufuado brazen effort of foisting Omampini Bedi Chilaji Mahamadou Bawumia on us. So in effect, the government and Alaji Mahamadou Bawumia should agree that voter Omoya Yeno ain't yet about the media antagonism, but it was as a result of Omome's governance over the past 8 years. And they should accept this punishment in good faith and begin to mend their bricks, their bridges, and begin to take an internal introspection. In fact, humble one for that matter, and come to the reality of the situations Ghanaians are in and where they have sangas. For a quick recovery, even though that recovery will take them some time. I listened to Honorable Eugene and Chibuache, the Honorable MP for Subin, right? Yeah, no, the rebellion MP, so no person can for Riata. I've also listened to him yesterday in Parliament, and he's also entertaining similar sentiment. Anyway, I wouldn't say much at this stage. There is a political maxim which stipulates that when your enemies are destroying themselves, don't advise them. I will not advise them. But where the MPP is, he said them right. Now, Jen Mensah, Jen Mensah, and some Wakana. Papa J, is very laughable because So we share under Article 42, 43, 44, which talks about the representation of the people that provides for the creation of the Electoral Commission as a constitutional body, the function of the Electoral Commission, among other things, does not include adjudication of political dispute or determining dispute arising out of political elections. Your functions inter alia is to provide elections or supervise elections, and after the elections, you collate the data and declare the results. He who is aggrieved of the outcome of that declaration, the right forum to seek a redress is court. Enti jena do kwe Mensah and draw we that just train cameras sin nim the microphone ka ho. Then some okay kano. After all, under what powers? By what locus? And okay answer no. Nullifying elections in certain constituencies. And interestingly, the constituencies are all that pronouncement ni na no were constituencies that were won by the NDC. I don't want for them and go ambem. And she will not mention that. Is it deliberate? And if that is deliberate, so to speak, what is her intention? We are aware that she's on her way out, and she herself knows it. And the last days are Accountable Free Commission, Hono, you shouldn't set a very bad precedent for any future commissioner.
And
because, but you know that Jen Mensah is a poodle of the regime. She occupied that office illegally, and she knows it. Yeah, she occupied the office illegally. Papa Jane, NDC have won the elections undoubtedly. And looking at the gap, as Alhaji Mahamadou Bawumia, His Excellency the Vice President, was calling for, Ghanaians gave him the gap. But that gap was the wish of the Ghanaian people and not what he wished. His wish was to give President Mahama that gap. And Ghanaians said, no, you don't have the power to determine the gap. We, the people, have the power to determine the gap. And we, the people, by virtue of Article 1, Clause 1 and 2, will determine who we will give that gap to. And of course, they have spoken. And the gap is now clear. And Jen Mensah doesn't have the powers as a chairperson of the Electoral Commission to come out and nullify results. Interestingly, Osho Onwani CI, how they conduct elections now. I tried to get a copy of the CI, but unfortunately I couldn't get it. And I stand to be corrected. Is it Regulation 44, if my memory serves me right? That Regulation 44 no, provides for the manner of declaration of results and how it is done, and who have the capacity to declare the results. You see, Papa J, in law, capacity matters most. In everything, who are you? And if you are not created by the Constitution or by the law or the existing law, you can never be recognized. For example, the CI 127 provides that the constituency returning officer who had the capacity and so clothed by the powers of the law to declare who is elected as a parliamentary or a member of parliament for that particular constituency. And you're the deputy, and you're regional coalition, you're regional EC chairperson. And it is not even the district chairperson of the commission. And you're the constituency returning officer. He does that. There is a reason the law provides for that. So if any other person aside that individual declare elections now, it is null and void. And besides, when the elections are declared, over Kesi 2020, after the elections, when the fracas of the Chiman South came up, which eventually led to the murder of 6 people in that particular place, the NDC MPs then, led by their leader, Honorable Haruna Idrisu, walked to the EC office, non-presenting petition at the man Jen Mensah. Jen Mensah, in her response to the NDC members of parliament petition to her, stated unambiguously that at the Constituency Coalition Center, a whole any BIA declare MP, and yet the national level. In other words, whether or not an MP has won is determined at the constituency level. neither the region nor the national have a stake in that. And Jen Mensah didn't mince words at all. When she indicated in that response to the MPs, and the NDC MPs, the moment the results are declared at the coalition center, the aggrieved party have only one forum, and that forum is to go to court. What has changed? So, if the elections are declared, now we'll say elections were not declared in the manner of, or in the manner prescribed by law. Are you a lawyer? Is the EC have a jurisdiction to decide electoral dispute? Allow the aggrieved party to go to court. Why is the MPP running away from the court this time? Why are they running from the court? Especially where they have admonished NDC for in the past that we should go to court. Why are they themselves don't want to go to court this time? And Jen Mensah have turned herself as a fanatic political propagandist and the spokesperson and the mediator and the betrayer of the New Patriotic Party losing parliamentary candidate, and is now telling us what they can do and what they cannot do. The power doesn't lie in her hands. And I think Regulation 45 of the CR 127 provide for prosecution of anybody who is attempting who attempt to tamper with the results of an election, be it the constituency level or even at the national level. And people who are being prescribed there for prosecution equally include every Ghanaian, including the EC chairpersons. And none of them is immune from prosecution. If Jen Mensah still have family members or pen somewhere, aside so that she shouldn't put herself in a situation that will bring her directly to the account of the law. Otherwise, nobody will escape the net of justice pending. Papa J, elections as it is a sovereignty of the people. The sovereign will of the Ghanaian public so expressed through the ballot box. It is free exercise of the Ghanaian people to decide when they will lead you or more, be it parliament or at the national level, the presidency. So when the people speak, the only agency of government, the only arm of government clothed with the powers to settle disputes is the court or the judiciary. That is why Article 125 Clause 1 of the Constitution provides that justice emanates from the people and it shall be dispensed by the court, which is independent and subject only to the Constitution. In other words, the Constitution holds the judiciary accountable to the sovereign will of the people of Ghana. And therefore, no agency and no other state agency or arm of government or constitutionally created institution can appropriate that powers to themselves and do as they please. And don't think, like my senior brother Sam George said on TV3, the claims by the Electoral Commission chairperson and before herself, Samuel Tete, if I get the name right, also came and made similar pronouncement. Those pronouncements must be nipped in the bud because they have no legal validity and cannot stand the test of time as far as the law is concerned. On 7 January, in fact, 6 January 2025, we are going to swear all the MPs in Parliament. So
we are aware, sir, if you have not been gazetted, you can't enter Parliament.
Papa J,
are you aware?
Let that matter be determined by the court. But so long as we are concerned, okay, we are going to swear all our MPs elect into office, okay, and nobody can stop that. Jen Mensah is trying to wave her incompetence once again on the face of the Ghanaian public, trying to seek a refuge and putting the blame on the face of the Ghanaian, of the political party's agent, seeking a refuge.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
So the elections equal. So do you guys still blame Jen Mensah?
Papa J, what I'm saying is that she's trying to wave her incompetence
and one
on the face of the Ghanaian public.
And I'm still consistent.
Papa J, you see,
say election will be buried Jen Mensah buried. I'm saying, don't get enter how. Wow, I'm proud. I've been vindicated. Because just look at the results. Not Mensah bet my baby. I don't know.
Your vindication will determine by time. But see,
I've been vindicated.
Let me tell you the truth. It
is still. Let me tell you something. And I'm a person mugma the dog a bad name that you hang it.
No one gives the dog a bad name.
Is that what you guys want to do?
The dog have already put
herself. Men interview Peter Muamo to corner. The Mensah conducted one election crowd.
The dog.
Okay. Nana do Bob a year Mensah in me interview Peter Muamo to corner.
My boss.
Me bomb me and I'm so Nana do about a new child so where they send this by Obeko.
You see, Jane Mensah herself have given herself a bad name tag. Onuankasa as a dog have tagged herself with a bad name. Nobody is going to hang that on her. But Papa Jane, for me, I salute Elijah Mahamadou Bawumia. By virtue of the earlier concession and the earlier admission of defeat. And indeed, that
Yedamasi so Samoje Breni Be Daily Update TV so.